Hello everybody and welcome to another Modern stream. We're gonna continue testing for this weekend's showcases. Green White Reclaimer is the weapon of choice, and we're gonna be doing a couple of changes coming from the list that I played on Tuesday. We played yesterday, we played some Legacy, and the list in Legacy has felt pretty good. I am going to... you can watch the VODs, but in the end I ended up going for switching the pig for Titania. We're gonna see how that works out. As far as this list goes, I think the main deck is very good. This is basically X-Whale's main deck, but I found myself losing to blue decks a little bit more than I'm comfortable with in the testing that I did on Tuesday. So I'm going back to jamming some boils in the sideboard, seeing if that helps those matchups a little bit. We still have 3 relics, which is a solid amount of relics, but we're going to try to boil. Is the name illegal? No, it's in Legacy. I was talking about the list that I was playing yesterday in Legacy, which is right here. So this is the Titania that I'm talking about, by the way. I really wish this card were more than legal, though. Would be all over that card if that was more than legal for sure. But yeah, so in order to make room for the boils, obviously we just have to add our Lonesome Sacred Foundry. So we just added that. Of course, the fetch lands are going to be 1 wooded foothills, 2 wooded foothills, sorry, because foothills actually does fetch our Sacred Foundry. Also, I didn't like Canopy Vista whatsoever. That card was pretty bad for me, so I'm going back to Scattered Groves instead. There's also the possibility that we should just not play Scattered Groves and we should simply play the Sacred Foundry. This would make room for the Castle Gerenbrig. That is one of the things that I want to try out today. The 3 castles have been pretty good, so if I feel like we can make that switch, we can probably try that for the second league of the day. But that's where we're going to be starting. Sideboard is the same thing that I played the other day then, only we added a couple of boils. Not many significant changes from that, because the list has felt pretty good. It has felt pretty good so far. Playing against Wusa, so probably on some Neb. Surprise Fen is still MTGO legal. He's breaking all the formats we record. I know, right? Crazy that I have not been banned yet. Yeah, I guess we keep this. The plan here is to call on 2 and then on turn 3 we can Dryad plus Reclaimer. Definitely a lot less scary about Abundant Growth than... A lot less scared from Abundant Growth than from Utopia Sprawl. That's new, by the way. I guess we cannot yell anti-land step anymore. That's not an option. This action is temporarily disabled. Wow, so I guess that they... I guess that they messed up something and we can't yell anti-land step anymore? What's up, Glokuro Nolacton? I'm not Polish, by the way. I think you might know that, though. Each color among other legendary permanents you control. 5 mana essentially for a legendary permanent card with convenient cost less than size power. Put that card into the battlefield in shuffle your library. I mean, that's kind of hot, I'm not gonna lie. Reclaimer. So it's very unlikely for this Reclaimer to survive, but if it does survive, we're going to be looking very good. I think we actually just win if this Reclaimer survives. Yeah, we actually just win. We get to kill Ren, we get to kill Sisai. So yeah, if this Reclaimer survives, we win. So they have this turn to kill Reclaimer or play Ashiok. Those are the 2 options. That is a spicy one, though. That is a real spicy one. Plan to befriend a magic man who can fan the clan. Damn, that's a good saying right there. Oh man. Oh man. Dry it. Damn it. I guess I could have was quartered myself there. This is instant speed, right? Yeah, it is. Put that card onto the battlefield! I thought this put it in the hand! Wow. Alright. We got caught. I'm just saying, yep, I misread the card. Don't worry about it. Whoopsies. I guess it's not whoopsie, it's toasty. Toasty. Alright. I'll be the first one to recognize when I make a major fuck up. Major fuck up. I guess I'd rather cut Ghost Quarter. Code Rific with the tier 1 sub. Thank you so much for the 6 months. Sorry about you coming right in time with the punt. Maybe that was intentional. Maybe it was. Mind Sensor also sounds legit now that I think about it. So let's go with Mind Sensor. And Reclaimer's good, Explorer's good, Call's good. Do we want to cut Spring Bloom? Not really. Purge sounds amazing against them. I guess we can just cut the Cavern of Souls. We could also cut the Radiant Fountain. Azim with the tier 1 sub. 11 months, almost a full year, Azim. Thank you so much for the support. Hola, Sram, ¿cómo va? Hey, Shona. How's it going? That's a side card that's kind of legit, huh? That Seaside card is kind of legit. That was pretty good. What just happened? I mean, pretty good for my opponent, obviously, not for me, but... Alright, so we're gonna have a lot more respect for that card. let's put it that way. Now the question is... Do I Dryad? It's freezing? Isn't it freezing always, Shauna? Sisai. Why do I have a copy? Oh, because it's Modern Masters. That makes sense. Okay, so he searches for legendary permanents. Yeah, we keep this. Letting me because I'm still into the deck. I feel like if Reclaimer dies or doesn't resolve or you just don't draw it, that the game plan is over. Am I wrong? What do we do when that happens? That's a good question, and the reality of the situation is that it varies, so I can't give you an absolute answer, really. There are many things that you can do when Reclaimer dies, and it kind of changes from game to game. You have 3 weathers in Russia. Mad has dried and Mad has frozen. That is awesome. Do I want a Reclaimer here? No, I want to explore because I could draw a tapped land. And I am hoping to double spell next turn. That's tough now, though. We have multiple purges though, so we're probably going to... that would be a great time to draw another... That would be a great time to draw another land. Unfortunately, we don't have such luck. Didn't let you leave Russia to help rig the American. But yeah, hopefully SRAM, you're gonna see it right here. We're gonna get to do some stuff. But the whole reason why this deck is strong is precisely because it has so many alternate plans. Like you can just like pivot. Like if your Reclaimer plan is not working out, you can go get like a Raminap, you can go get a Dryad, you can go get you just have many options. Like that's the strength of the deck. And we also cut Florahedron right now, which is sad. Okay, let's see what we got here. Udo. Udo's fine. Because if it ever gets scary, I would love to see a land here. That's not the one that I was hoping for, but I guess that it's okay. Have you ever tried to play 2 bounce land? Well, we kind of are, right? We are in... In fact, maybe last turn I should have gone for the bounce land. Yeah, because we did miss the land drop. So yeah, so I guess last turn I should have gone for the bounce land. Unfortunately, this turn we're going to have to go for Bachuga Bog, which means we don't get to develop our game plan. Maybe. Let's just wait. Let's wait and see what happens. Like a 1/1 wrap, yeah, Raminap is very good. In fact, in the list that Newton played in the mocks, he was actually playing a Raminap. Abrupt Decay. I'm trying to think. I guess I do care about this Udo. Here comes Nev. Okay, so birds. So they only drew Kaya's Guile and Abrupt Decay. It's not the end of the world. So I think we're going to be taking some damage here. We're gonna sack Bog, go get Flagstones. We can go for a Titan right here. How am I gonna get God here? There's no way that they have even Mind Sensor. So we're gonna go for Titan. They're going to... Oh, they can't cast the Kaya Skyle. It's pretty huge, actually. Yeah, somehow they can't cast the Kaya Skyle. They could have like Assassin's Trophy and they could blow up my castle. That would suck. So I guess our best draw would be any land that doesn't have a name. Any land that has a different name than the lands that we have, because that allows us to play around Kaya's Guile very effectively. How many copies of Fall of the Throne am I playing? That's the $1,000,000 question. Not enough is the best answer. You think a modern restricted list would be sweet instead of all these bannings? It would definitely be interesting. It would be a different approach, which is kind of yeah. So that's what I was saying earlier. Which was the problem? All right, that is not what we were hoping for. Not what we were hoping for there. So that fixes their mana for Kaya's Guile. Birds of Paradise. 1, 2, 3. So if they play an Ashiok, I'm going to purge the Ashiok. If they don't play an Ashiok, I am going to Mind Sensor. Are we ever going to get to this in Texas League from No Hat Fran? That's a good question. Maybe we won't. It seems unlikely, at least for now, but maybe we will at some point. Bingo. Okay, now we're looking good. So Blast Zone to blow up all the ones, and Valakut. Honey missed stream with No Hat Fran. Yeah, it was fun, right? I had a good time streaming with my brother. It was a good time. There's also a possibility that in case I want to play around like a Supreme Verdict or whatever, I should have gotten a bounce line instead of these Valakut. Have I seen Attack on Titan? Yeah, I've seen Attack on Titan. It's pretty good. I only saw the first season because that's all that you can see on Netflix. So obviously that's the only thing that I saw. Yeah, if you want to meet No Hat Fran, SRAM, you can go to my YouTube channel. I streamed twice with my brother while I was over there in my parents' place. So I guess I want to blow this up right now, actually. Let's destroy all their enchantments. That means that they don't have their mana. Like, they just don't have red mana right now. Each opponent sacks a creature in game 4. Okay. Definitely a good exchange for us. We want to dodge something like an Uro. Five mana for 5 flyer. You got it. Something good. All right. Out of all the bad things, that is one of the least bad things. So my opponent can't really attack. Because we're winning the race. So unless they have something like, I don't know, like another sweeper. Okay, maybe they have like a lightning helix. That would be another reason to want to do this. If I draw a Dryad, it's still better for me to fetch here. Radium Fountain, I guess, is what we're looking for. Wow, that's so sad. Go down to 3. Yeah. So if they have any way, like Call Against Command, like any way of dealing me 2 damage, we're gonna die. I guess Ren would also kill me. Helix, yeah. All of those just killed me. Yeah. I ended up fetching a Valakut that didn't do absolutely anything. And I could have chosen to get a bounce land, which would have allowed me to keep up the pressure. So I definitely punted that game away. I don't know if it would have been enough. But it would have certainly given me a better shot. So I could have played that game a little bit better. At least that one turn after I resolved the prime time. I should have played around the sweeper. Like, I know that Wusa is not playing Brain to Light anymore. So I wasn't too worried about it, but there was also like the possibility that, you know, he just randomly drew the verdict, which is exactly what happened. So kind of messed up there. Hit Yorion and Purge with Purge and Skyclave if you combine them is legal. Yeah. Yorion, awkwardly enough, gets around both Skyclave and Celestial Purge, which is pretty weird. The last card in hand was another Purge. A Purge and Skyclave were my last 2 cards. Usa. GG's. I think I punted that game away though. I feel like I could have played a little bit better. Basically, I could have played. Yours was Boil. Yeah. I was expecting you to bring something like Boil, but I know that you had been. I knew that you had been off of Bring to Light, but I should have still played around you just randomly drawing the verdict, right? Like it was very easy for me to do, and I just didn't. Opponent respects the Reclaimer. I think we're cycling the Scatter Groves on 2. Explore? Dryad. Okay. I got a bit excited about that Ashiok fetch there. Oh yeah, I didn't know. I should have read this Isai better. I didn't. I definitely did not make the best play there, did I? Huh? Just running face first into. Running face first into the onboard Ashiok was hilarious. Pro tip in the showcase read cards. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to do that. This is why we test. Yeah, exactly. You have to take my Dryad, because... Wait, what? So now if we draw Valakut, we just win? Sure. Sweet. Sunbows. So now my opponent doesn't have good attacks. Also, I'm chilling at 22. They're probably gonna kill my Dryad. Fatal push, the zombie. Double fatal push. Okay. Pushing a zombie. I can imagine the zombie like moving very slowly and you just you just push it. Okay. Playing a Goif last turn was a significantly better play than double pushing, so I have to imagine that unless they drew this, so they don't have another Goif. They don't have another, yeah, they don't have another Goif. So now we attack with both. They probably have some removal spell, because otherwise they just put themselves dead on board. Basic, they're playing basic mountain? Wow. They're playing a basic mountain? Crazy. The only sad thing is that even if they didn't have this Inquisition, I couldn't take the 6 damage because I know that my opponent has a bolt. That was a weird game. That was a really weird game. They're playing Dismember, so they're not playing like they're not playing Jund, right? They're playing actual Shadow. They just didn't draw any Death Shadows. Is it actually fatal though? Yeah. Is it fatal if the thing you're pushing is already dead? Those are the questions that keep us up at night. Having been the players mostly moved over to this sort of deck, haven't played in a long time. Not Maltbeat, they're just different decks. They're easy to get confused, but their game plans are vastly different, right? Like we won a match without ever casting a Primeval Titan. We just won a game, sorry, without casting a Primeval Titan. Amulet doesn't really do that. Like it very rarely can do it, but doesn't boil number with Dryad. It is if you're an idiot and you have a Dryad in play, you cast the boil. But if you don't cast the Dryad, nobody forces you to cast the boil. If you don't cast the Dryad, you cast the boil. If you cast the Dryad, you don't cast the boil. It's pretty straightforward. It's pretty straightforward how that works. So we want a removal. Man, the relics are kind of messing up my sideboarding. Usually in this matchup, like this wouldn't really be in my deck. But since they are, I kind of want them. I don't know over what. Wusa with the tier 1 sub. Welcome back, Wusa. Appreciate the continued support. It is better, yeah. It is better this way. This subbed way. On the draw, I'm gonna categorize. I don't like this cyberling, by the way. Like I'm just gonna point that out. I don't like this cyberling at all. No, you just don't cast your Dryad when you have Boil and vice versa. It's not as bad as you think it is. Everybody just freaks out about that interaction. It really isn't that bad. It really is not as bad as you may think it is. But I'm taking out some Dryads here because I do think that my opponent's going to be bringing in Boils. So that's why I'm cutting Dryads here. You believe me, but it seems so bad. I mean, I'd recommend you play drawing conclusions before playing the action. That was a sick draw, by the way. Drawing conclusions before actually playing any games is a recipe for just making bad and informed decisions, right? So usually what I always recommend is just, you know, play the games, see how it actually feels, see how it plays out, and then make the decisions from there. This is, by the way, this is a very, very good setup for going for Druid. We're going to be calling for Druid here. No Ashiok. Oh, that's their turn? Okay, yeah, we're looking pretty good here. We're gonna name Spirit. Suck this, get this, and this. Mulligan? What are you talking about, Mulligan? What are informed decisions when you can just play Mental Magic? Mental Magic is kind of very cool. I should play Mental Magic more often. Even though that's a bad draw, it's actually not that bad because it means that we get to trigger field now. So we do this, trigger field, bounce Scattered Groves. We get to play another relic. Push my zombie. Yeah, my opponent kind of can't catch a break over here, unfortunately for them. They cannot catch a break. Cycling these Scatter Groves might actually backfire on us. So maybe we gotta be a little bit more careful. So maybe I'll cycle a relic. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, DE guy. So if they have a Thoughtseize, I mean, if they don't have a Thoughtseize, it just doesn't matter, right? If they don't have a Thoughtseize, I'm just going to go with Scatter Groves because, like, they just can't stop me. But I'm thinking about if they have a Thoughtseize, what would happen, you know? That's not a Thoughtseize. It's gonna be a big boy, though. I'll tell you that much. It's gonna be a big boy. They bolt themselves to grow. Okay, I think I'm gonna cycle both relics. This gives me more options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that probably means that we win. One, two, three, four, five, six. That's a really unfortunate draw, though. That's one of the things that I was gonna go get now, but it's okay. So now we're gonna have to Vesuva. Radiant Fountain plus Vesuva, my own field. But yeah, I don't think we can lose here. I guess they would need to have double team or Battle Rage. If they have double team or Battle Rage, we might actually lose here. No, we just don't. We're at 13. Yeah, I don't think we lose. We just throw all the zombies in front of this Scourge. We just take it from there. Finally got the pieces to update Amulet. Nice case, heroes. That's awesome. Yeah. Stack on Discussion, press the Shadow to avoid double TBR. Yeah, I was gonna do exactly that. Because the Shadow just had the possibility of getting larger. They could have had Bolt for my face, and if that's the case, then... So like if they have Bolt plus TBR, then it might be better to throw all the zombies in front of the Shadow and then purge the Scourge. Is True Explorer a test or is it stock already? I have been liking it. X-Whale, who has been one of the main proponents of this deck and one of the players that has had the most success with the deck, has been playing two Gracers, sorry. I'm going to keep this hand, by the way. He has been playing two Explore, two Gracer, one Explorer. So I guess I could draw into... Exploit is a bad card. It's a card that I do like a lot, I'm not gonna lie. So, do I want to play around this card? I think we don't play around this card. So my reasoning is, if I lead on Windswept Heath, if my opponent discards my Explorer on turn 1, oh, fuck. Well, I guess we might be losing this one. There goes prime time. At least we have a field in play, so maybe we get to do some stuff. I guess I should have shocked there. It's kind of cute that my opponent's name is Dimir Agent. I mean, if this doesn't die and they don't have Archive Trap, those are the two things that we need to happen. If this doesn't die and they don't have Archive Trap, we might be okay. Here we're just gonna hope for the best, which is no archive traps. No archive traps one time. Don't have it, 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 don't have it. Okay, cool. Double Field of the Dead gives us potentially lethal. Call on end step. If I call on end step and my opponent has surgical, they blow us out, right? Because they surgical or dryad. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to call on my upkeep. Wait, they did have the archive trap? So I guess they just have it rolled up and they were just slow rolling me? That's mean. By the way, it was 100% correct for them to archive trap in response to the prime time trigger. So this plays around surgical very nicely. It delays my reclaimer for a turn, which is not the best, but 69 cards, yes, of course. No archive trap is really good for us. No archive trap is very, very good for us. Okay. That sucks. That's a good one to have here. Okay, so we can rescue something here. What do we want to rescue? Think that we're gonna rescue the Dryad. This is gonna be kind of a challenge to play around surgical here. I think it's possible we're just supposed to be down. Missing land drop sucks. Missing land drop really, really sucks there. I guess that we can't really beat down, actually. Never mind. And this boil is looking embarrassing. This boil is looking absolutely embarrassing. I am regretting this card being in my deck wholeheartedly. This could have been a Path to Exile, which would be significantly better right here. This is one of the matchups where the engine is just it's simply too slow to get going. Like if the pieces don't fall in place, it's really tough to come back from. But you know, every Superman has his kryptonite, and this is our kryptonite. Every time I see turn 1 Hedron Crab, I'm hoping that they are targeting themselves with that trigger. Whenever I see the other crab, I'm just sad. I am just sad when I see the other crab. Sure. Activate. Come on, don't be a coward. Yes. And that's how we win this matchup. We just wait for my opponent to make a mistake like that one. That's how we win the matchup. God damn it. I'm gonna... Do we have Sanctuary? No, Sanctuary's in the graveyard. Oh! Oh, this is so frustrating. God damn it, this is so frustrating. I guess I want to activate right here. My opponent didn't have Archive Trap last turn, so I guess I want to play around them drawing it here. So let's get Scattered Groves. And I think I get another Flagstones here. Second crab is brutal. Absolutely gross. Second crab is absolutely gross. At least the Valakids are not gone yet. Never mind. I guess there's still the Valakids, but Temple Garden and no Sacred Foundry. Okay. So if we draw any land... No, it just doesn't do it. Still doesn't do it. Why Florahedron over say Sakura Trivelder? Because Florahedron is free mana, right? It doesn't... It's mana on the turn that you play it. Feel like I have to activate. I just have to get this while the getting's good. And I just have to hope that they miss the land drop. Except they can't miss a land drop. God damn it, I'm an idiot. But yeah, sometimes you just need to call for a land and play it immediately. And that's what Florahedron does. "21 lands. Let's go. This is what I would be calling for if it were still in my deck, but it isn't. So I guess I'm not calling for anything. These are just dead cards in my hand. They don't do anything. They have a fetch land. Yeah, we can't beat the fetch land. Okay. Feels bad. Feels bad. But it is what you're doing, right? Like, mill is very easy to beat if you want to. All it takes is just cutting any land and put in a Gaia's Blessing or something like that instead, and then you just beat mill right up. So the sand is pretty good, I think. If we're getting paired against Aggro, then this is one of the hands where Gracer would be a lot better than Explorer, but against the average deck, Arbor Elf. Okay, so I'm gonna prepare for Disaster, which would be my opponent plays a turn 2 Blood Moon. So I'm gonna go with Budapest. Okay, so they're playing the Heliod deck instead. Okay, so we cannot beat the combo. So if they have Spike Feeder, we are just gonna lose. But never mind. Apparition actually answers Heliod, which is pretty great. Spike Feeder resolves. So they're probably not going to go for the combo. They're going to try to time walk me. Which is not great, but it's... So we just have to draw White Source here. Field of the Dead. That sucks. So now if they can set up... Like, they have one card left in hand, so if that one card is something that gets me, we might be in trouble. Oh no, they just kill me here, right? Yeah, they just kill me here. I mean, they don't kill me, they just make infinite life because they just make their dudes lifelinkers. So they're gonna gain a bunch of life now. Can I beat infinite life? I guess I can't beat infinite life. Yeah, the way of beating infinite life is for me to just... Like, I can beat Moto infinite life. If this were like an important event, I might play it out. I mean, it was very likely for us to win that game if I wanted to. Let's put it that way. My opponent gains like 500 life, and then we can probably very easily, once we control the board, we exile the Heliod, and then once we control the board, we can very easily beat 500 life. It's pretty easy to achieve for us, but like whatever. I think it's better for us to move on. Gracer would have been better than Explorer in that game. Gracer would have certainly been better than Explorer in that game. This is yet another one of those times where I really miss having access to Dismember. Stand is just too slow. If this were an untapped resource, I would consider keeping this, but sure, let's keep this one. We're gonna bottom the Dryad. Yeah, as crazy as that is, I think that the correct thing to do there is just bottom the Dryad. Okay, opponent passes the turn. I'm gonna go for Flagstones here. Actually, I should have bottomed the Druid now that I think about it. Because it's very unlikely for this Reclaimer to die. Yeah, I should have bottomed the Druid. It's very unlikely for this Reclaimer to die. And that means that I'm gonna have my engine going. So I'm not gonna have mana to cast this Springbloom Druid. So this was definitely a mistake. Definitely a mistake. I don't think I'm gonna path here, but I can represent the path. Oh, it's a centaur. It's the first time I read that this is actually a centaur. And now that I actually look at the I look at the art a little bit more carefully, it actually is a centaur. It's like the horse part of it. Utopia Sprawl. Excuse me, what? So this time walks me for a turn, but it also time walks my opponent. Like now my opponent is further away from the combo. Magus of the Moon. Really? Play Magus now in that deck? That doesn't seem very good. Sure. I guess I should be getting basics. Untap land would be great. Thank you. We can kill this, or what I think I'm going to do, which is to just get rid of this guy. White, white, and 1. Apparition, exile the Heliod. Let's go. Just playing green-white control over here. Actually, I should have played around Mind Sensor, I think. Yep, should have played around Mind Sensor. Now I can't. So we just have to cross our fingers. That was a slight misstep. Hopefully we don't get punished, but we don't. Okay, cool. Play our own company here. Though I guess I can't, because this giver means that I don't get to play around company. So we're just gonna kill this giver and upkeep. And if they have a crazy Coco, we're gonna die. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 8, sorry. Now they have 9. Yeah, so if they Coco into perfects, we lose, but c'est la vie. That's a good operation. Operation gets rid of the Dryad. Oh, this is definitely a mistake. This is definitely a mistake. And a pretty bad one too. So white, and 1. Now we get to Operation de Ballista. 3 meses de Brasil. Fala R Santos XT. Thank you for the Prime sub, R Santos. I appreciate the support. Muito obrigado. Muito obrigado. So we sack this here. Get a Field of the Dead. Now we have to pivot and we have to become a Field of the Dead deck. They have 0 cards in hand, so they need to top deck pretty well because they wasted their Ballista for no reason. So you're gonna have to top deck very well from here. Stay and watch the stream or cook my steak. You see the name of the little girl, the meme of the little girl? Why not both? That's the question that you should ask yourselves, Stabs. ¿Por qué no los dos? Suck this. Second Valakut. And I think we're just going for it. And this should be lethal. Always yes, always yes, always healed. What they're holding, it could be a land, it could be something like that. Feels like it might be something like that. I am very surprised by the Magus. It just seems so unnecessary. Their deck is by design so good against ours. Let's go with this again. I don't know. It feels like maybe it's because of Tron. That would make more sense to me. This hand loses to turn 2 combo. To turn 3 combo, sorry. But it's pretty good otherwise, so I guess I'm gonna keep it. I wish I had access to one of my paths, but playing around Magus here. No Magus. Oh, please let me draw that Ghost Quarter, baby. Let me draw that Ghost Quarter, baby. If you make any top tier plays, I might cut a finger off while prepping the tenderloin. So then you would have some extra meat to eat. Okay, so they have company, I guess. No, they don't. Just Ballista. Okay. Kriegasm. Yep. Let's do that. No, cannibalism, Pavlush. Is auto cannibalism a thing? This is the matchup why this card is in the sideboard. Just don't path me, bro. Just don't path me. Don't path me, Amidala. Like, path me, Amidala. If I ever go too far with the puns, just let me know, chat. If I ever go too far with the puns, just let me know. They're playing a Lamiscol now? That's so bad for us. That is so bad. God damn it. Now it's just Apparition it. I didn't know that they were playing this card. Shit. Okay, so we take 5 down to 12. We take 3 more down to 9. Then we take 4. But we have to Apparition this right now. Maybe they will use 2 triggers to kill the Apparition, actually. Path me, Amidala was so perfect. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so they're using the triggers to kill the Apparition, which is fine. So let's do this. Let's pass the turn. So we're gonna go down to 7. Down to 6 from the Windswept Heath. I'm so scared. I'm so freaking scared right now. Am I facing the Ladamri's school box? Exactly. Classic modern staple, the Ladamri's toolbox. That's the deck I'm facing right now. Oh, really? Really? They just have everything? Literally everything. Every single card. And they even miss lethal. Like, what are they doing? Why would they miss lethal? Opponent. God damn it. I'm so tilted right now. Of course, Path to Exile didn't do anything there, right? Path to Exile just didn't stop the combo because they have the guy. They have the 2-drop, so there was literally nothing that they were playing around. They just missed lethal. Because when you have the other guy in play, when you have the 2-drop, the green-white 2-drop in play, for every 2 life that you gain, you put 2 counters on a creature. So what that means is that every creature becomes, with Spike Feeder and Heliod, every creature becomes infinitely large. So you just, they could have just swapped for lethal. Don't you just draw everything exactly the right cap? Yeah, but it's fine when I do it. It's okay when I do it, you know, for content purpose. Sounds fine. Need more Reign of Gore in this sideboard. I need less Luxacs across the table. That's what I need. And again, game 1 we could have won. Like if I were playing a competitive event, I would have not conceded to their infinite life. So I think that we would have actually won game 1. I think. I think I'm just gonna pass. I can play Flora Heliod here. That means that next turn I get double activation. I think it's better for us to pass it from here. So my opponent playing blue-black control. I actually messed around with a list like this one. Really? We're playing mill again. We're facing mill again. I think I'm just gonna pack it in. Like, if this is actually mill, if I lose game 1, I'm just gonna concede game 2. I am off this. I'm just off this. I mean, what else could this be? Like, this just has to be mill. Hopefully they just show me a surgical and I can pack it in. Okay, I'm done. All right. We got it. Okay. My opponent has successfully gotten paired against the correct opponent. Do I need to play Mill Hate in my sideboard? I'm not going to play Mill Hate in my sideboard. We just got extremely unlucky to get paired against Mill twice in the same league. That was the shortest league ever. Tutor for the cosmetic versus 4-color pile. Yeah, that's not happening ever. Man, that was like the saddest league I have played in a really long time. That was the saddest league I have played in a really long time. Maybe it's time for Gaia's Blessing to go back into the sideboard. Okay. Hope you enjoyed me getting completely dunked on through that league. But I will be back for another one. So fear not, I will redeem myself. Don't worry about it. We're going to 5-0 the next one. See you on the next one and take care. And I will be back. Just like Terminator.